Welcome to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, your guide to future tech trends and innovation in a language you understand. Now, over to your host, Neil Hughes.
Welcome back to another episode of the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. There is so much talk about turning our homes into smart homes now, but what about securing the smart home? I recently caught great footage on YouTube of the Ring doorbells, and I urge anyone listening to take a look at some of these. In a nutshell, imagine a doorbell with a camera that sends a notification to your smartphone and anybody else that lives in your home when anybody comes near your front door. And it also allows you to talk with the person at the front door no matter where you are in the world. There are so many great videos on YouTube at the moment of creepy guys approaching doors and suddenly realising that they're caught on camera, and some that jump out of their skin when they hear the owner of the house saying, "Hello, can I help you?" midway through breaking into someone's home. But Ring also have a new device coming out, so I invited the inventor of the Ring doorbell on the show today to find out more. So buckle up, hold on tight as I beam your ears all the way back to the US so we can speak with Jamie Siminoff, who's putting the Ring doorbell on the radar of the home security industry, all using new technology. So a massive warm welcome to the show, Jamie. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
So I'm the inventor of a product called Ring, and I guess a company called Ring, though I'm much more of an inventor, so I think in terms of products. And what we do is we reduce crime in neighborhoods by building products like the Ring Video Doorbell that allow you to see and speak to anyone at your front door from anywhere.
Now, I'm quite excited to get you on tonight because I recently came very close to buying a Ring doorbell, but I held off because I heard a whisper that a second generation model was on the horizon. I didn't want to go out and buy one only for the next version to come out, but my research did involve looking at footage on YouTube, and I'm not kidding you, my son and I must have spent 90 minutes watching videos of people that had shared footage directly from their Ring doorbell onto YouTube, and footage of clueless criminals who were trying to break in, blissfully unaware that they were on camera, or even the odd creepy character too that you would normally never even know about, but they were. I mean, did the way the international community embraced Ring doorbells and shared this footage, did that take you by surprise?
I think definitely by surprise. I mean, when we started building it, we realized that it is a product that can really change the way security is done for your home. That up until then, everything was about once someone's in your home. And we had built a product that actually could stop someone from coming in your home and therefore make your neighborhood, actually reduce the crime in your neighborhood. So we kind of understood what we had. I think the fact that it really happened and at the scale that it's now at and how many people were affecting with it, I think that is the surprise and really kind of incredible.
You must have so many stories about how Ring has prevented home break-ins and even package thefts. I mean, but are there any particular memorable ones that you can share today that highlight how this Ring doorbell can actually protect homes?
I mean, the best thing is, so one is it has motion detection. So even when someone's going up to a home, typically when someone robs a home, and this is really globally, I mean, no matter where you are, when someone goes to rob a home, they go up to the front door, they'll either ring the doorbell, knock on the door, or they'll just kind of look around. And so we have countless videos of people going up, they start to look around, and all of a sudden they hear, "Can I help you?" And they just bolt. And I mean, you've never seen people run faster than when they get that because they're so shocked. And then the other one is, when someone answers the door and says, sorry, I can't come right now, whatever. And the person says, "Oh, I'm the tree man, want to do estimates for the trees." And you say, "I'm not interested." And they go away. And then later someone else in the neighborhood's robbed and they use our footage to then actually find that it is the same person. And so it's really incredible, like watching kind of how this stuff works and watching people work neighborhoods and that kind of stuff is really kind of an amazing thing.
But with Ring devices as well, homeowners can create, I believe, a ring of security around their home by giving the illusion that somebody's already home, always home. I mean, can you elaborate on the importance of bringing presence to the home?
It's bringing presence to the home and the neighborhoods. What's happened is over time, as sort of both spouses work, kids are more busy, is our neighborhoods are getting emptier and emptier during the day. And most of the crime like this, and really most of the crime that happens in neighborhoods happens during the day between around 11:30 and 3:30, which is when the houses are empty. And so by putting rings into the community, what that allows is really to bring presence back into the home. And so when someone does come up to the house and you say, "Hey, can I help you?" that person now will not only not rob the house that they're talking to, they won't rob the houses around that house because it really does. Now they don't know where you are you watching them? And so bringing some more of that presence into the neighborhood can help drive that crime out. and we've proven it. We did a big study with the Los Angeles Police Department, and with 10% of the homes with Ring, we were able to drive 55% reduction in crime.
So I must admit, the big attraction for me in this second generation version is that some of your devices now run completely off battery power, because it will make it much easier to convince my wife that there's no unsightly wires anywhere. But I must ask, how long does the battery last, and how easy is it to charge, etc., on this new version?
So we keep getting sort of better with the batteries as we go. On this version, you can actually, the battery's removable, so it's a battery pack. Cool. And so you can even get like 2 battery packs, so you can charge one. A lot of people are keeping one charge, and they just take it out and charge the next one. But everything we're doing, we kind of keep increasing that, and then we're adding a lot of solar. So we have solar for the cameras. We're adding a solar backplate, so if you do get any sun in the areas where your Ring is, you can do that. And then if you do have the wires from the doorbell, if you have the mains, you can actually wire it in, and it'll keep it charged off of that. So we have lots of different solutions around power. The biggest thing, though, is that any home can install a Ring, and that's what's so important.
So whenever the doorbell detects someone at the door, I mean, whether they move or ring the bell, I believe that your smartphone receives an alert. I mean, is that only one smartphone or multiple? Because the main reason I ask is I was a little unsure of what would happen in a scenario. Well, let's say I'm at work and my wife is at home. I mean, would the bell make a noise, or would it just call me by default? And I'm just interested how the device would work in a busy family home, and would it need the Chime Pro 2, for example?
The Chime Pro is great because it adds the audio in. So if you even get like a babysitter or something over, they'll be able to hear it in there. Yeah. So that's obviously a great thing. You can put them to an unlimited number of devices can go from the Ring, and you can have an unlimited number of rings to sort of the account. So it really does allow you to share it with everyone you need to in the home, and then you can have as many devices, so you can have not just the doorbell, but you can have all the cameras around and everything else on one account.
Gotcha. Does it call everyone at the exact same time as well?
Yes, it does. Yeah, and it's actually even cooler is, it's one of those features, you can only tell people so many features that they remember, so it's like kind of a little bit buried, but if you, like all the time, like someone will come to our house, I'll pick it up, my wife will pick it up, I don't even know where she is, and we're both talking to them, and it becomes a conference call. So I can hear her, she can hear me, the person at the door, and so it's like this full, so sometimes it's kind of funny because the person's looking at us because, kind of we're catching up on things, and so it can be quite funny.
Oh, that's brilliant. Now, I also believe there's an option to subscribe to Ring's cloud service, which I think is $3 a month or $30 a year. I mean, what are the benefits of that service?
So you get the recording, so you get storage for 60 days. And you get to go, basically get to go back and see who is there and stuff like that.
Cool. Am I also right in saying that in the unlikely event that someone was to remove or somehow steal the device, Ring will replace it free if you were to send over a police report? Is that right?
Yeah, and it's interesting. A lot of people got worried when we started selling them that these things would get stolen, and I said, well, I don't think they will. I mean, it's it's a kind of a crazy thing. But people were worried about it, and so I said, we'll just guarantee it. So we've been doing it from day one. We've guaranteed that if your Ring's lost, or if it's stolen, you'll get it replaced free of charge. Happens like almost never happens, but when it does, we replace it, and customers are super happy, and it's great.
Cool. So if there's anyone listening that's already got the Ring 1 device, what would you say the big draws are to get them to actually upgrade and get Ring 2?
I mean, one of the great things about Ring is that we continue to upgrade the firmware. So we're continuing to upgrade even the older devices with firmware that'll give them newer features. So we haven't abandoned sort of anyone out there. So you don't have to upgrade anything. It does take it to a 1080p camera. It has HDR, which allows for sort of 2 pictures to be taken at the same time, a high brightness and a low brightness picture, and then they're merged together. So that allows you to get some shadowing sort of fixed. So it has a couple of features like that. But honestly, if someone had a Ring Video Doorbell 1, I would tell them get one of the spotlight cams or the floodlight cams, because get another camera for around the house. The Ring Video Doorbell 1 is still a fantastic product. We still sell a lot of them. And so I think it's definitely a good product to keep.
I was just thinking you could put the one on the back door of your property as well.
And and that's another great way to use it. But I think what's important for us is we're not in the kind of market we're trying to get people to replace stuff. We're not trying to sell them as much as we can. We really do. We want our products to last a long time and to deliver value for a long time. So I don't want people to be in this thing where they feel like they have to upgrade every time we come out with something. In fact, to me, that would be kind of a failure.
So you also mentioned there that you've got these spotlight cams. I mean, can you just touch briefly on the other products that you've got within the Ring range?
Sure. So we kind of call it security in a whole new light, which is we have floodlight cams. So we now have a motion detection floodlight that you can replace your old motion detection floodlight with ours that has a high definition camera, a 1080p camera, super loud audio, alarm, and that whole thing. And then we also make the spotlight cam, which comes in wired or battery. And those are sort of smaller cameras, 1080p, and also motion detection lights. Now, the light's not as powerful as the floodlight cam, but they're actually pretty powerful. And so you can still have that light. And light is such an important thing. If someone's walking around the side of your house at night and light goes on, it's good if you're the homeowner, if you're supposed to be there, because now you can see. And if you're not supposed to be there, it is not only do you know you're on the camera, but you're also scared that people can see you just like in real light. And it's a great way to bring security into the home and the neighborhood.
Excellent. Well, we've got listeners to the show in around 150 countries. So I've got to ask, what kind of price point is both the Ring 1 device and the Ring 2 device? And also, where's the best place to pick one up?
So Ring 1 is now, this is all US dollars. I'll go in just to do that. That's where I'm from, so it's easiest for me. $179 US dollars for the Ring 1, $199 for the Ring 2. We have the Ring Pro, which is $249. The Ring Spotlight Cam, both the wired and the battery, are $199. And then the wired Ring Floodlight Cam, which would replace a floodlight camera where you already have it mounted on the house, a motion detection floodlight camera, that's $249.
Excellent. Well, a big thank you for coming on today. But before I let you go, can you point the listeners in the direction of the Ring website where they can find answers to any questions they might have about our conversation today?
That's the easiest question you've asked so far today. It's ring.com, ring.com.
I didn't see that one coming. I don't suppose you've got a YouTube channel as well, have you, with those videos, or they're just organically spreading out there, aren't they?
No, we have the Ring has I think it's it's actually just Ring is the YouTube channel, and we have hundreds or maybe even thousands of videos up at this point. You can spend a long part of your day watching them because they're super interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can testify to that. Like I said at the beginning of the show, me and my son spent about 90 minutes just watching these. It was just compulsive viewing, it really was.
They are pretty fun.
Well, again, a big thank you for coming on today. I think what you're doing is a wonderful thing, especially if it's cutting down crime, like you say it is as well. And what I also love about the videos that people will go away and see, I'm sure, after listening to this, is the people's reaction when they suddenly realise they're on camera and how they change.
Yep. It is amazing. And you can see all that stuff. A lot of that's on YouTube, and it is a pretty amazing thing.
Excellent. Well, again, thanks for coming on today. I really appreciate it, Jamie.
Hey, thank you so much.
Such a simple idea, but I love the fact that homeowners can always have eyes on who's approaching their home. And I do advise anyone listening, like I said at the beginning of the show, to check out some of those videos on YouTube because they are compelling viewing and some of them are amusing even though they shouldn't be. But check them out and let me know. Do any of you listening actually have a Ring doorbell already? I mean, do you have any tales or videos that you can share? As always, keep those messages, pics, videos and questions coming over to me at techblogrideoutlook.com or on Twitter at Neil C. Hughes.
Remember, you can listen and comment on today's episode over at www.techblogwriter.co.uk. You can also access every episode Neil has recorded and see pictures of the guests by going straight to www.techblogwriter.co.uk/category/podcast.
Well, I'm afraid we're out of time, so all that's left is for me to say a big, genuine thank you for taking the time to listen to this show. And until next time, don't be a stranger.
Thanks for listening to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Until next time, remember, technology is best when it brings people together.